Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 432 of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. For this week, I am your host, Sir Colonel Gables. Joining me is Tyler Courtney, and
Howdy
welcome,
doody.
everyone. Welcome, everyone. This is our E3 prediction show. So, to get a little bit of a starters, jumble. To get us a little bit started right here, let's lay down some ground rules. What we are doing for our predictions is a little bit of something interesting. So basically, what we are doing is we are keeping track of five conferences that are on E3 2021. So we have Ubisoft, we have Microsoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, and Nintendo. And how things are structured is this: we have three picks per conference. So we have one that I'm going to be dubbing the double D point. So basically, what the double D point is, you get an extra point if you get something correct, or you'll lose a point if you get it incorrect. So it's basically a double or nothing.
Mhm.
So, for that in and of itself, the loser has to play a terrible game, and we both decided it would be Night Trap.
Mhm.
So, whoever does lose, they're going to have to be playing through the entirety of Night Trap. They have to stream it, they have to beat it. So I know for a fact it's like Tyler has purchased it already when it was on sale. I didn't. I feel kind of confident with my picks and stuff, so I pretty much am going through with what I'm going to be going through. So, with that being said, Tyler.
Well, do we want to cover the rules? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you want to cover the
Oh,
rules, Wolf? So there's a couple of the rules we do have.
oh,
Um,
okay.
uh, if you say you pick a game, I'm just gonna use the game. Let's Metro Prime Five gets it. Like our pick is our one of our picks is Metro Prime Five gets revealed.
Right.
Um, if you're picking a game gets revealed, you do not have to pick a release date or release window. You just gotta say
There
it
you
gets
go.
revealed. If you get it right, you get the point. Whatever, blah blah. If you are
Yes.
picking a game that we know exists is getting a release date, you either have to pick the month. If you're saying 2021, you have to get the month correct. If you're
Right.
saying 20, if you just say 2022, you just got to get it right that it's 2022. But if
Right.
they say a game gets talked about but they don't give a release date, and but your pick was Metro Prime 5 gets a release date, then you lose that. You don't get that point. That's one rule to kind of cover. That way you can't just say, "Oh, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl get a release date." It's like, well, there's so many games that we already know that it's gonna be the case for.
Hmm.
Um, that I mean, it just makes it a little more of a challenge for us. We gotta get that month right. So when we pick a game, if we do pick a game for a release date, we have to get that month. Um, but I mean, I figure we do have plans for E3 this year, for how we're gonna cover it.
Yes.
That we just cover that real fast. We're gonna be back Saturday night, normal time. If there's enough shit to talk about, we'll do a normal show. And then we'll do Ubisoft is going Saturday night. We'll cover, so we'll do a normal show and then Ubisoft. If there's not anything to talk about, then we'll just do Ubisoft. Then Sunday we'll be back with Microsoft and Square Enix press conferences talking about those. And then Monday, that is pending. If there's shit to talk about, we'll be back Monday for a thing to talk about. But then for sure we'll be back Tuesday for a Nintendo press conference to talk about that. So that's kind of the plan. And then as soon as I get the audio from Gables those nights, I will edit them and release them as fast as I can. So that way they're out there. We both have full time jobs. We're both um,
Hmm.
doing this. So, we do this for fun. So we're gonna watch them when we can, and we'll record as soon as we can, and then I'll post them as fast as I can. So that's kind of the plans. But go
So
on, Gables.
definitely, so definitely, there is the potential that we may be recording about maybe four, maybe two, maybe possible nine different shows during this
Yeah,
next coming week. So,
yeah.
for all you listeners and stuff, be prepared because there's going to be a lot of news and information, and we want to be going through like updating you guys as soon as we go through and then we go through and learn more about it. Essentially, but with all that being said, and thank you very much for Tyler to go through and explain more of the rules because you know what, I could be a little bit of a chowderhead with a lot of the different info. Let's get to the nitty gritty. So we are going to be going back and forth. I'm going to be starting with the Ubisoft picks. Then for the next one, it'll be Tyler with like the Microsoft and stuff, and we'll coordinate from that.
Yep.
So without further ado, I am going to go through and list my Ubisoft predictions for
Yeah, but we're
2021.
going. Yeah, so we're going one at a time, obviously,
Yep.
and we cannot use the unless there is a different take on your pick. We cannot take the
Okay.
pick. So if you say something about a game and I have, you make a pick, your prediction, and then I have a variation on that prediction, then I'm allowed to use it. But
That's very true.
we can't use the same exact prediction. So what's your, yeah, so sorry, I cut you off again. Go ahead with your first pick for Ubisoft.
All right. So my very first pick for Ubisoft, I have it to where I'm predicting that Mario plus Rabbids 2
You son of a bitch!
will be
You mother,
announced.
no, no, no! You son of a bitch! You motherfucker! You took it. Oh, what? Oh my god! I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now. My face is red. Oh,
Oh god, this is gonna be entertaining if that is gonna end up becoming the result if we go through with our fucking picks.
you
I didn't
motherfucker!
even make my first pick, and all of a sudden,
Oh. Okay, this hurts to type.
okay, so let me go ahead and
My
finish
neighbor's
the
probably
prediction.
so mad at me right now.
So it's like Mario plus Rabbids 2. I'm predicting for the Ubisoft press conference to be announced with a November 2021 release date.
Oh, you're going big. Okay.
I'm going big, so this is going to be my double D prediction right here off the
Double.
bat.
Oh, I'm putting the double. I'm putting the D down. Double D. Got it. All
So
right.
this could end up becoming incredibly beneficial or incredibly a pain in the ass. But I'm doubling down on this because I feel, not just I feel, I've been reading all sorts of different types of rumors in regards to a potential sequel being in the works.
Motherfucker.
But at the same time, at the same time, I feel confident to say that they're more or less far along in regards to the sequel. Give or take, it's been what, a few years since the first game
40
released.
years. It was
Yeah,
announced that
4 years.
came out
So that's plenty of
August
time.
20.
I feel like that they're going to go through with enough to substantialize getting the sequel all nice and done in that regards. So yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be released November 2021 this
So
year.
fucking motherfucker. All right. Well, all right. For my first pick, I'm flabbergasted right now. I don't even know like that. Oh man, that was my like slam dunk. All right. Motherfucker. Okay. My pick number one is the next South Park game gets revealed. I don't.
Interesting.
I don't. I'm not gonna put. I don't think it's this year. I don't even know. They might say 2022. That's not part of my prediction. But I mean, both games were delayed multiple years. Um, so I'm just gonna say the next South Park game gets revealed at Ubisoft.
All right, all right. So this was going to be kind of a little bit of an odd one, which I kind of threw like out of left field because I wouldn't hold it past it. For my next like prediction, a 2D Assassin's Creed spinoff announced, no release date. I
Okay.
kind of played it safe with that regards, but
No.
I'm thinking like little projects because it's not far enough and like yet where we're going to learn about a new Assassin's Creed. Valhalla is still fresh; they're still putting out content for it, but a
Mm-hmm.
spin-off game in that regards is not out of the question. I'm thinking it's going to be more or less like a 2D style of format, which could be like it could be even like say I wouldn't say twin stick shooter. No, I'm thinking about like more or less like a smaller project. Oh
Yeah.
god, you
Kind
know
of like the
those
ones
little
they've
miniature
done.
indie games.
Yeah, kind of like the ones they've done in the past. They've done like the Assassin's Creed Japan and shit like that. Like
Yeah,
I can't remember what they're called. They have like a name for them that they've done. They've done a couple of them.
that's pretty much what I'm predicting in that regards. It's going to be kind of a smaller scale, sort of like how an Assassin's Creed Rogue or something, or Assassin's Creed like some of that nature.
Like the
That
Vita
was
one.
more or less like the
Okay.
Vita one. Yeah, Liberation. That was one of the ones that I was thinking. So that's my second pick.
Okay. All right. Well, my next one, and this is my double D Gables. A
Okay.
game formerly known as Rainbow Six Quarantine
Hmm.
will be now called Rainbow Six Parasite.
Interesting.
That's my. I don't have a release date or anything like that because that game was I think supposed to come out last year, and
It
then we
was.
haven't heard about it. Obviously, it was announced I think at E3 2019, and then it's supposed to be called Rainbow Six Quarantine, and then literally quarantine happened. So like, well, we can't call it quarantine now. So
What I'm more, what I'm more fascinated is like how did you come up with Parasite?
that's kind of been the rumor, and they like at a thing like someone accidentally referred to it as Parasite. So and they came out and said that's just a like a code name for it. But I think that
Hmm.
will be the final title. And this is like I said, this is my double D for this press conference.
Interesting. All right, so I got one last one. I'm thinking that they will announce the Prince of Persia remake will release in 2022.
Hmm.
Just in general, 2022. We
This was one
saw
of
the
mine as well.
unveil. This is one of the ones last year. It was released last year, the whole Sands of Time sort of aspect about it. But I feel that this game will be far enough along where they're going to release it in 2022. So next year, given like another year in that regards, it's a safe pick. But at the same time, I feel like it's far enough along to where it may happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. That game was supposed to come out in January, like they announced the game in like September, October, and then like it's coming out in January, and they're like, this game looks bad, and then they're like, oh, okay, maybe we should delay it, and like, yeah, now we've just heard nothing. Um, all right, I got a couple here.
Okay,
My prediction is that we will not see Beyond Good and Evil 2.
that's a fair enough. That's actually a fair enough guess right there because we haven't heard anything since that one E3. I think it was like what now, 3 years ago
I think
now.
we heard about it like three in a row.
Hmm.
Like I think it was like 16, 17, 18, and then we haven't heard about it since.
I kind of feel like it's getting softly canceled. That's what
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think that
is
game has
happening.
been quietly canceled or
I think it's
is
done.
development hell. Yeah. Um, all right. I do want to ask before we move on to Microsoft,
Hmm.
Gables. What are some of the predictions you had written down that you didn't say
Honestly, the ones I had written down that I hadn't say in regards to for Microsoft or for
for Ubisoft? The ones that
for
were
Ubisoft.
the leftovers that we never got around to.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. Oh boy, I didn't have any other type of like
Oh, okay.
guesses. So I actually had three, and these were the ones that I felt made the most sense in that regard. So I didn't even have any extras.
Oh, okay. So mine, I had two left over. I had
Okay.
the Star Wars game is teased
Okay.
that they announced that they're working on, and that roller derby was coming out in August. So
Interesting.
those are my two. All right. That I just thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about some of the shit that we didn't get out. So go on.
All right. So the start for the Microsoft one.
Mm.
For my first prediction,
Oh, hey, I get to go first in this one,
yes, you
Gables.
do. You do
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So
Go ahead.
obviously we know Microsoft Bethesda are one conference now, but we figured it's the first year Microsoft Bethesda together. Why not we do three picks for each for both. Yeah. Um. So my first pick, Gables, is I gotta pick. I got a few here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. There will be a Halo Battle Royale mode revealed for Halo Infinite.
Interesting.
Yes,
Interesting. Interesting.
that's my first pick.
Okay, so this is our first variation right here. But this is kind of a two-parter for this one.
Okay, okay.
So it's going to be a lot other to get wrong here. So I predict Halo Infinite will release October 2021,
I had
but
that
the
same prediction.
multiplayer will release in August 2021.
Ooh,
And
okay.
on top of that, it'll be free on Game Pass.
Yeah. All right. So multiplayer will be out August,
Hmm.
right? Okay. I just want to make sure I'm
Yes.
typing it out correctly. Multiplayer out August. Campaign you said October.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Very
Wait,
cool.
wait. Yeah, campaign October. Yes.
All right. So multiplayer August. Okay. All right. All right. Very cool. I had the October was what I picked as well for that. Um, I think we will see the Cuphead DLC, but it will no longer be DLC. It will be Cuphead 2.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, I'll tell you what, man. For my prediction, I also have a two involved right here. I'm predicting Outer Worlds 2 is announced and that it will be a 2023 release.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy because they're working on a Val. They announced Valid last year. So
Yeah.
two. All right. I'm just typing these out here. Revealed. I can. Why are my stupid thumbs stupid? Revealed 2023. Okay. All right. So we have neither one. We're on our last picks now. So our next picks
Yes.
will be our double D pick for this conference. So
Yes.
give me. I gotta look at some of these here. Oh boy, this is okay. I'm not feeling great about any of these, honestly. For a double for a double D pick, I'll say I'm not feeling great about any of these. Um. Okay. All right. So this is my pick. For me, my double D pick for this press conference will be that we will not see Hellblade 2, Fable, or Perfect Dark at this press conference. They might get mentioned, but we will not see like a CG trailer or a trailer. There'll be no trailer. It just might get mentioned, but there will be no official thing for them.
That's an interesting perspective right there. I definitely could see them delaying any type of reveal and gameplay in regards to Perfect Dark, or even for like Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Not Senua's Sacrifice, but just Hellblade 2 in general.
Yeah, I just look
That's
at it
what I
like
meant.
we just got we've been getting from them the last year plus now, basically is CG trailers.
Yes.
We've gotten outside of that Halo Infinite gameplay trailer, we've gotten no gameplay from them for any of
True.
their first party games. Um, we did like I feel like at this point it's shit or get the pot. We need to see some gameplay for they have a lot
I
of shit
agree.
announced, and we've seen nothing from any of them, and just more CG trailers will not cover it. So that's why I think
Yes.
we won't hear from them. Go on.
All right. My double D, and my God, this is gonna be reaching for the fences. But there were definitely a couple of rumors that were coming out about potentially a game purchase by Microsoft, and this
Okay.
is what I got. Microsoft buys the PT IP from Konami. The reason why I'm thinking that they may go along this lines is because there have been rumors that Kojima has been working closely with Microsoft. In that regards, in regards to that, alongside another game purchase, I'm kind of thinking in regards to what potential game purchases from a studio or like a company that maybe at odds and stuff to sell off like an IPs or something. And Konami is definitely that type of company to where they could and they have been shopping their IPs, letting other companies go through and use some of their licensing stuff in order to potentially maybe make games or redistribute certain things. So I'm thinking because PT was something started by Konami with Kojima and Galicio del Toro, that Microsoft may have gone through and purchased the IP from that, but they're waiting for E3 to go and announce that because that would be a huge fucking deal because of how over that IP was. Even though it was more or less kind of like a pseudo thing for maybe Silent Hills and stuff, but I feel that Microsoft with purchasing the IP like PT and stuff, it'll finally get that type of game that gamers have been wanting to since that demo, and that was Kojima, maybe Del Toro and stuff, working on a horror game that would be exclusive potentially for Microsoft's Series X or
Okay.
Series S.
Wow. All right. Well, you went big on that one. Konami being at Microsoft's press conference was one of the ones I did have. Um,
I was
but no,
actually like just I was just kind of like just fooling around my head and stuff. I mean, there were definitely multiple IPs that could have been purchased.
yeah,
I threw out Metal Gear Solid because the Metal Gear because that there's no way that's going
no.
to happen.
Wow.
Castlevania I almost stated, but because Kojima also had familiarity in helping develop the Castlevania Lords of Shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
But
All right. Was there any other predictions that you had for Xbox that you didn't use?
honestly, no, I didn't
Oh
have any
wow. Okay.
extras either. I
Man,
mean,
you
I
God damn. Okay. I had a few here. I had Battlefield 6 or the next Battlefield game will be a Game Pass game on day one.
ooh,
Psychonauts 2 is out now on Xbox Game Pass. That was one a shadow drop. Uh, there would be one studio acquisition announced. 12 minutes was another one I had for out now.
oh
Um,
wow,
which
yeah.
that's more me wishing than anything because I want to play that fucking game. And then I also had that the Halo games, the Microsoft or the Halo Master Chief Collection, that they would be added to the FPS Boost game catalog. So
Okay, I honestly could see that. I'm actually surprised you didn't choose that because that would go along the lines of they definitely are possible. It's a
Yeah,
first party Microsoft games and having those frame rate boosts and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
I noticed that the other day. When I was looking at Game Passes, like I was looking at the games that had FPS boosts, and there's a lot of first party games from Microsoft that are not on that list. So,
Mm.
but yeah, all right.
All right. So I think you're the one that starts
Nope,
for.
you start Bethesda.
Oh, okay. I start Bethesda. Okay. So, what I got for my first one, Starfield is shown. Release date in late 2023, Xbox console exclusive.
Okay, so we're doing Starfield 2023 Xbox.
Hmm.
Oh wow, you're doing okay. So I this was one I had on my list, but I had 2022. So
Okay,
okay, all right. But
that works.
my prediction is Wolfenstein 3 is revealed
Hmm.
with the 2022 release date.
Interesting.
I don't think it would. This isn't part of my prediction. I do not think it will be a Machine Games game, but
Okay.
I think it is being worked on, and I don't. But I think it could be as early as next year.
Well, you know what? I did also have a Wolfenstein 3. I actually said it was going to be Wolfenstein 3 unveiled, and then it would be a time Xbox console exclusive.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not confident enough to put exclusive on it though. That's my big thing. So go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So for the final one, since I've already went through and stated one of mine and stuff right there, was this is my D double D. Quake reboot is announced.
Wow, reboot revealed. Double D. Wow. Okay.
There definitely are rumors that there could be a potential Quake reboot and stuff. It makes sense considering that like id and stuff has been going through and like doing a bunch of random bits of work. There have been things that have been leaking out in regards to id and rumors of Quake and this and that, you know. So I'm thinking, hey, if they go full on reboot and just plenty, you know, just go through and just announce that they're part of the conference and stuff, that's gonna make a lot of people excited.
All right. Very cool. I always like love talking to you about predictions and what you expect because
Mm-hmm.
you are the Jason Giambi of fucking predictions.
Jason Giambi of
you are
predictions.
you are either gonna hit a fucking home run or you're gonna strike out looking. There is no in between. So I'm either gonna lose. You're either gonna murder me in these fucking predictions, or it's gonna be someone's getting slaughtered, and it's either gonna be you or me. I don't think
It's
it's gonna be close. I think it's
I'm
good.
either gonna hit a home run or I'm gonna get a golden sombrero.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good way to put it. So mine. This is my double D Gables. Now
Okay,
they might get mentioned by name, but we will not see any trailers, anything for mobile games from Bethesda. Which
interesting.
maybe sounds silly to some, but half of their fucking press conferences are usually them talking about dumbass fucking mobile games that we don't care about.
Oh my god, yeah, the whole freaking Elder Scrolls Blades, the whole freaking Fallout Shelters stuff. I mean, those were the most boring part of those press conferences when they were announced. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I could see that potentially. Like,
I this is the $8 billion that Microsoft paid for them will be worth it right then and there if they just said just shut the fuck up. We don't. No one cares. Nobody cares. Just talk about the shit that's coming to consoles and PC, and then shut the fuck up about everything else.
I could see that.
Mm.
All right. So, before we move on to Square Enix, was there anything in
Well,
regards to?
we both got one prediction left. We've only done two.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So you pretty much like took the one for Wolfenstein 3. It sounds like.
Yeah. Oh,
So
or did wait? You had it. So did you want to make that what you said earlier? Was that gonna be part of your prediction?
yes, it was part of my
Oh,
prediction.
okay. I'm sorry, I
Actually,
didn't
it was
catch that.
Wolfenstein 3 unveiled, timed Xbox console exclusive.
Three. Okay. Timed exclusive. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna be yours. All right. So then I'll move on to my very last one here.
Okay.
Um, a Skyrim remaster will be announced for Xbox Series S and X and PS5.
I laugh because I know it's gonna happen.
It might just be like you hear about like what they're doing for like PS like what PlayStation's doing for like their the PS5 games where like there's an update where you can play in 4K 60. It could just be
Yep.
something like that, but I think there will be some sort of fucking thing announced like that for fucking Skyrim. It's got
Ten
to be.
years
Even as a
later,
joke, they got to do it.
dude. 10
They,
years later, we're still getting ports of
I could
Skyrim.
play Skyrim on fucking Alexa. It's gonna happen.
That was part of the joke too.
Yeah, yeah. I just hope they keep continuing. That's one joke. I hope they keep continuing. But was there any other predictions that you had written down that you didn't use for Bethesda?
No, I didn't.
Goddamn, Gable, you're just feeling good about it. I mean, you just come up with 3 and you move on. I've got like 5 written down for each, and I'm like, fuck. If Gables takes, I'm goddamn. All right. All right. Well,
All right. Well, what about you? Did you have anything left over?
I just had my one prediction. I did have that. Well, 'cause you took a couple that I had. My
Okay.
one was that a VR game would be revealed for
Oh,
Bethesda.
okay.
That was my one I didn't use.
All right. Well, anyway, let's move on to Square Enix.
Yep. All right.
So,
I get to go first on this one. Okay.
Okay.
Gables, at the Square Enix presentation, we will not hear about 1, not 2, but at least 3 Final Fantasy games at this press conference.
really?
I'm thinking, and you know what? And I'm making this my double D, Gables.
Okay.
I think Final Fantasy 16 is a shoe one.
Yep.
There's that leak about Final Fantasy Origins. And
Okay.
so there's 2 right there. I just need 1 more. So we just need a fucking port. We need Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2. I just need 1, or Final Fantasy 14. That could be talked about. I don't know.
True.
I just need 1 more fucking Final Fantasy game talked about, and I win. So that's my double D.
Oh man, this is funny. Okay. Because honestly, my first one was my double D, and I said it was like Final Fantasy VII Part 2 was announced.
Okay. All right. Final Fantasy. Man, it's so crazy. A lot of people like are super confident about that, and I hope to God that I would just give me something, just tease me. I don't care.
Yes.
I know the game's years away, but just give me a tease. You know, it was crazy. Like some people are very confident about it, and obviously your Gables, but it's also wild to me how. But it's also like I think it's like Square Enix is so crazy about like they will announce shit way early. Like they are like the Japanese EA, where EA will announce a game before they even made a studio to make the game. Look at Skate 4.
Very true.
It's like Square Enix is
Skate.
like
Yeah.
Square Enix hasn't even thought of the game yet, and they're already announcing it. It's like we haven't even thought about this game yet, but we're announcing it right now. It's like that's how crazy Square Enix is. They guys just constantly one up each other. Wow, we've already right away already used our double D's. My next prediction is that the Guardians of the Galaxy game will be revealed.
Really? A Guardian of the Galaxy game?
So it's been rumored. This is not like it's a game that was like rumored like 5 years ago that this was happening, and it's just been like I completely forgot about it. And then like the last couple months, there's been like some brewing about it, and they did say that Eidos Montreal is going to be revealed their next game, and that's always been the rumor that they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy game. So
Okay.
that is my prediction.
Okay. So this prediction ties into an anniversary of sorts for our franchise for next year. I predict that a new Kingdom Hearts game is announced and will release in November 2022.
Oh God. Okay. But obviously, we know that game will be delayed 17 years though. All right, 2022. Okay, and moving on to my final prediction here for Square Enix. The Black Panther expansion for Avengers will be coming out in September.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Finally, after all this time, they can go through and release the expansion for that.
Yeah, I mean, that yeah.
They got to say something about that game. I mean, seriously.
they do have a timeline, and they did say that the Black Panther is scheduled to be out this year, but it was supposed to come out last year. So
Yep.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that's right.
All
And
right.
I didn't have any other. I mean, Square Enix was the hardest one for me to come up with shit for. That I thought was like semi-realistic, but it's like Square Enix is like the ultimate wild card to me for, like I don't know what the fuck they're gonna be doing.
Okie dokie. So for my last one, I chose like the original Final Fantasy remaster announced for September 2021.
Wait, can you say it again?
So the original Final Fantasy,
Uh huh.
I feel like is going to be remastered. It's going to be announced as a remaster, right?
Uh huh.
But it's going to release September of 2021.
You're talking about the OG NES.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
talking about, yeah, that one is Final Fantasy 1. I feel like that's going to be remastered and stuff, downloadable only sort of affair and stuff, to where it's going to be a quick release in September 2021. So this
Okay.
year.
Fun fact, ladies: Gables has the biggest balls in the world. It's like that episode of South Park where all the guys are bouncing on their balls because they gave themselves testicular cancer so they could smoke weed. That's just Gables in real life.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
gonna be the Photoshop for this. I'm gonna Photoshop your head on Randy Marsh's head, bouncing off his balls.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's like, yeah, Square Enix was definitely a harder one to come by, especially after the Dragon Quest stream and stuff that was last week, because a lot of the Dragon Quest stuff, I would have guessed some of that Dragon Quest stuff inside of these predictions. But because Dragon Quest 12 was announced and because the 3 remaster was announced, which I'm still excited for that. That looks fucking phenomenal. That ended up becoming a little bit more than what I thought was going to be. But yet, I want to ask you though, is like, were there any other types of predictions, or did you
No,
just already said?
yeah, no, I didn't have. I could not think of anything because like I said, Square Enix, like I don't know the studio as well as the other ones. Like, cause most like that's the hardest one to like because they have so much shit going on.
Yep.
And like I said, they announce shit so sporadically, sometimes super early, sometimes out of nowhere. Um, that I mean, we'll get Nintendo here in a minute. Nintendo is crazy because like there's so much shit that they could say that I came up with like I had a ton of fucking predictions. I ended up like shrinking down to like 6 or 7 possible ones, but it was like in my head I'm like, well this can happen. Well this can happen. Well this is realistically gonna happen. And Square Enix is just like I can't think of shit for Square Enix because it's like I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know anything. So but like Nintendo, like I said, like a million things can happen. So I had nothing else.
All right. So you would, or
No,
let's see, am
you
I or
start
you?
Nintendo.
All right. So the first one that I'm going to go through, I'm predicting, and this is going to be a double D.
Mm-hmm.
This, I feel, is going to be an interesting announcement if it does happen. I feel like they're going to begin their direct with a Smash character unveil.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I feel that it's going to be Master Chief is the new character inside of Smash Ultimate. The reason why, not just because of close relations that Microsoft have had with Nintendo, not, but let's see. But I know there are a couple of other things as well. One, Phil Spencer actually did have a Switch in regards to his bookshelf,
Yeah.
which was kind of interesting because everything you see on his bookshelf, people have gone through and dissected, have led up to either big announcements for something or
Yep.
another, like a game, an acquisition of something. The Switch is definitely on there as a symbol of something. And what I personally feel, I don't feel, because originally I thought about, oh, okay, maybe it's like maybe to get Halo Combat Evolved or something on the Switch or something like. But then I thought a little bit bigger about it. I was like, no, what would make the most sense in that regards? I don't think they would have like a actual like Halo games and something on the Switch, though that would be awesome. Master Chief. Master Chief inside of a like themed, say, Halo Ring type of stage and stuff, maybe with like the guilty spark
That'd be
flying around the
cool. That'd be cool.
background and have the Covenant, like the Marines or something, go at it or something, and maybe have like a, you know how like Al Delfino is like in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and stuff, where that's kind of interchanging or something of that nature. I kind of feel like it's kind of something like would be like that in that regards for like a Halo Master Chief type of like stage. But I know it's like a power fantasy in that regards, have a Master Chief instead of a Smash Brothers game in that regards. But I feel like this makes the most sense this year, considering that we're almost to the end of the character unveils for this game for Smash Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 characters left. I feel that Master Chief will be a new character that will be unveiled for Smash Ultimate.
Nice. Gables. Do you want to get a little crazy with Nintendo here?
All right, what's up?
What if we do 5 predictions for Nintendo instead of 3?
5 predictions?
Do you have 2 more that you can add on top of the 3?
I can actually come up with a couple more. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's fucking do it. Let's get a little crazy. Because like Nintendo is the you talk about wild card. Nintendo is the wild card of the gaming universe.
It definitely is.
They will do anything. So it makes sense that with the last one, that we just go balls to the wall with it. And should we get crazy? Maybe I'm getting a little too crazy, Gabe. Maybe things are getting a little too spicy here. Maybe things are getting a little too spicy. What if we have 2 double Ds for Nintendo? Am I getting too spicy? Should I back it up a little bit?
No, actually, I think that
We're
we
doing-
should go all or nothing.
2 double Ds. We're doing 5 predictions. This is live. This just happened. 5 predictions for Nintendo, and we're getting 2 double Ds. So you've already used one. Do you want to keep your double D for Master Chief?
Yes,
I'll let
I
you
will keep my double D
wanna
for
keep it?
Master
Okay.
Chief.
So I'm gonna use my first double D for Nintendo, and it's also a variation on top of the Smash one. That
Okay.
we will hear from both. They will reveal both Smash characters. One will be
Okay.
out in the month of June, and the
Right.
other one will be coming out in 2021.
Dude,
I don't want
that.
to make any guesses because it's been so crazy.
So the other one will be will be aimed at the end of the year.
Yes. So
Okay.
one. If you want me to, I could pick a month. Do you want me to pick a month? I'll pick a month.
If you want to pick them up, go ahead.
Actually, you know what? Because I don't know. Because that's the problem. Is Nintendo they reveal them, but then they don't say when it's coming out.
Right.
So that's the problem. So I won't. Never mind. I don't want to get that's too crazy. It might be the 6 shots of Tito's I've had now at this point in my Gatorade, but I'm getting a little crazy here. So yeah, I'm sticking with. We will have both Smash character DLCs will be revealed.
Okay.
One will be out in the month of June, and the second
Right.
one will be out in 2021. I don't want to get too crazy with because
Okay.
I have been completely wrong about every pick for the DLC so far. So I was thinking like, oh, what if we do fucking Crash Bandicoot, or what if we do? It's probably gonna be a fucking goddamn Fire Emblem character, and then some.
I think
don't
they're
know.
completely done with Fire Emblem characters, honestly.
I would have thought that before they fucking announced Crom, but they announced Crom, so yeah, I don't know. But that's prediction number 1 and my first of 2 double Ds.
All right. So let me go on to my next pick right here. This is not a double D, but this is just a regular one. I feel like Breath of the Wild 2 will be released October of 2021.
Ooh. Okay, out October. All right, Gables. So I have. This is gonna be a crazy one here, Gables, and
Okay.
I'm this is my double D, as well. I'm using my second double D right at the bat. Both double Ds.
Okay.
Boom, gone. We will have multiple Nintendo games announced for the year of 2021. Skyward Sword is not the only Zelda game we're gonna get this year.
Okay.
But Breath of the Wild will not be 2021. The other one will be the remaster collection, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Interesting. Yes. Yes, that is definitely an interesting perspective in that regards. Hmm. I could see that happening. I mean, hell, that would be definitely a safe bet for Nintendo. You have 3 remasters, 3 Zelda games inside of 1 year. They
think
stated that they are going to kick it off.
Part of my collection
next
is
week.
they will be together. They will be a collection, not single.
Also makes a lot of sense in that regards. I don't remember. Yeah, they've done collaboration like collaborative disc releases before. Not just the Master Collection, but in the GameCube era, they had 2 collection discs. One for Ocarina of Time and Master Quest, and the other for the other Zelda games at that point, like the
Had all
first,
4.
second, and had I think it was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yep, I owned it. I remember I got it for free when I signed up for a year of Nintendo Power.
All right. All right. So for my third prediction right here, I have Bayonetta 3 will release January of 2022 with a trailer shown.
All right, Bayonetta. All right. That was actually one of my predictions. I had Bayonetta 3 for 2022. All right. My third prediction is we will not hear from Metroid Prime 4, but they will reveal the 2D Samus game.
Interesting. That's actually a very good guess right there, because there have been a lot of rumors, a lot of talks, and potentially a 2D Metroid game being shown.
So that's mine. I don't have I think it's this year, but I'm not
Right.
confident enough to say it.
All right. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. I'm thinking I'm thinking right now because, quite honestly, I've only had the three picks, but now I know for a fact there are multiple anniversaries that happened this year. Metroid was one, Zelda was another one, but another one is Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Donkey Kong, I could see potentially having. Now, if rumors are going to be correct right here, I
Is this
predict.
this is the 40th anniversary, correct? Of Donkey
Yes,
Kong?
it is.
Okay.
40th anniversary of Donkey Kong and stuff. I might as well just go all in on this one. So I'm going to go with a double D on this Donkey Kong pick.
Oh, here we go.
So what I feel is it's going to be announced that it is going to be a 3D Donkey Kong game. It's not going to be by Retro Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that this game is going to be announced. We're not going to hear any other type of release date, but it's going to be announced. There's going to be gameplay trailers shown. But in terms of a developer, it's going to be the developers, the game developers that were responsible for Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay. All right. God damn. And this is your double D, right?
Nintendo EAD, I think they're called.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Wow. All right, Gables. All right. That was also one of my picks. Was Donkey Kong. I was calling it Donkey Kong Odyssey. And, my fourth prediction, Gables, is the next WarioWare game will be revealed.
That's a good one too. That's a good one
I
too.
don't think it's gonna
Love
happen,
it.
but I hope to God it does. There was
But
a
there
survey
have
they
been
put out.
rumors. Yes.
There was that survey that would you pay $50 for WarioWare, and I would pay anything for the next War. As long as it's as good as Touched, I will touch whoever I need to touch to get a WarioWare on the level of Touched. That's where I'm at. Just make it happen. That's my pick.
All right. So I got the final pick with mine. My final pick has result in Nintendo's online service. I feel that they're
It's
going
good.
to I feel like they will expand upon the selection of games on their online service by adding Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and N64 games. Oh, as a matter of fact, maybe I should go forth and just say
Oh my
what
God,
I was thinking
Gables.
to say.
Uh-oh.
I feel like they're going to elaborate things even further. Let's just scrap the first part of that. I feel like it's going to be an elaboration upon a game subscription format, and it's going to be an increase of the yearly to about $50 or $60. But
Whoo!
in turn, you're going to be able to stream Game Boy on top of the games you have available for NES and Super Nintendo, but it's going to be Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, 64, and GameCube. So I'm going all in on that one.
I thought I was too spicy, Gables. God damn. Okay. Jesus. All right.
There
All right.
have been particular talks in regards to Nintendo potentially doing that. And in honest regards and stuff, this may be ambitious, but they will add more consoles in regards to the streaming service at some time. And how do you make things more incentivized for like Nintendo online stuff? Well, the main reason people are buying that isn't to play online, it's to play the retro content that Nintendo has. And so Nintendo expanding their online, providing more games, working in more game releases over time and stuff to elaborate online for some old classics. Let's say Mario Kart 64 with like say online, aspects to it. I could see that happening.
Mm.
So get some retro content going, and there you go.
God damn. All right. Gables is going. He's spicy. All right. The Jason Giambi of predictions, guys. All right. And my prediction, and I'm on my very last prediction, so I have no other option to use it. Breath of the Wild 2 will be coming out on, not on, in March 2022, for the anniversary, the 5-year anniversary of Breath of the Wild 1.
That's a good one too. That is a good one. Oh, did
God
you
damn.
have others?
That
Did
was
you
my
actually have others?
No, you either took the ones I had like 8 or 9. You took
Wow.
you took the ones that I had.
Hmm.
Like I had Donkey Kong Odyssey was one or as I was calling it. Um, and then Bayonetta 3, which 2022 was what I had.
Oh wow.
For another one. So yeah. So if you want me to, Gables, I'll run through each prediction real fast that we had for them.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So Ubisoft, Gables has. Fuck, I already forgot about it, and I'm hurt again. Mario plus Rabbids 2 is out November 2021. I hope to God that happens. I hope God. Even though you double D'd it and it's worth 2 points for you, I'll play Night Trap if I get Mario plus Rabbids in November. A 2D Assassin's Creed will be revealed. Prince of Persia is out in 2022. For me, I picked South Park game is revealed. My double D for this is Rainbow Six Quarantine will now be called Rainbow Six Paradise, or Parasite rather.
Right.
That's the Tito's talking. And no Beyond Good and Evil 2. Beyond Good and Evil 2 will not be talked about or will not be at Ubisoft. Microsoft's Gables had Halo multiplayer out in August, campaign in October. Outer Worlds 2 revealed for 2023. And then Microsoft buys the PTIP, and I put Konami here, but it's Kojima is making the PT game. And that's your double
Yes.
D. My double D was the Parasite one. All right, so for my picks for Microsoft, I had Halo will have a battle royale mode. Cuphead DLC will become a real sequel to Cuphead 2. And my double D is no Hellblade, Fable, or Perfect Dark at Microsoft. And for Bethesda, Gables had Starfield, Xbox exclusive 2023. Quake reboot revealed. That was your double D. And you had Wolfenstein 3 will be a timed exclusive to Xbox. For me, I had Wolfenstein 3 2022. My double D is no mobile game talk. And the Skyrim remaster update for the new consoles will be revealed. For Square Enix, Gables had Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 will be revealed for the double D for him. Kingdom Hearts will be revealed. New Kingdom Hearts game will be revealed for 2022. And then Final Fantasy Remaster September 2021. And then my picks are my double D is there'll be at least 3 Final Fantasy games talked about. Guardians of the Galaxy will be revealed. The Black Panther expansion will be out in September. I have to write September down for that. Nintendo, we each had 5 and 2 double Ds.
Yep.
So Gables for double D number 1. Master Chief is announced as a Smash character. Breath of the Wild 2 is out in October. Bayonetta 3 is 2022. His second double D is Donkey Kong is announced and it will be a 3D game. And Nintendo Online Services increases price and you'll be able to stream and play Game Boy, N64, and GameCube games. And for my 5 picks, I had one character for Smash will be revealed to come out in June. The second one will be announced as well, and it'll be out in 2021. That was my double D. And my other pick was Wind Waker Twilight Princess Collection will be revealed and coming in 2021. Double D for that one. 2D Samus game will be revealed, but no Metroid Prime 4 at this press conference. And then WarioWare, the new WarioWare will be the new WarioWare. That's hard to say. Will be revealed. And the last one is Breath of the Wild 2 will be coming in March 2022. So.
Oh goddamn, man! Spit and fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah, it was. This was good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was gonna be a little crazy with mine. Gable's fucking just the blood of Jason Giambi flows through his veins.
Well, that's just the thing, you know. It's like I may be reckless, but I'm not stupid. I do make my guesses in regards to some hints of things I've heard around in regards to various YouTube pages, various like articles I've read and stuff. So I have some bits of validation that I'm confident that some of this stuff may happen. I know there will be plenty that will probably not hit the mark at all, but honestly, I'm just happy to go forth and just start guessing away, you know?
Yeah.
Haven't this excited a while.
Yeah. So it's yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I wish we had done this years ago because it's always fun to hear like people's predictions and how crazy they get and expectations. This will be a fun one, you know. And Gables, I was gonna say, I hope you enjoy Night Trap. I feel good. I feel good about mine. I'm going through here, scrolling through them again. I feel pretty good.
Of course, that may turn upside down if like I even get one of those double Ds right for
Oh yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah, no, yeah. What's gonna happen is like you're gonna like strike out on 4 of them, but one you're like Nintendo, you're gonna fucking knock all of them out of the park.
And here's another prediction I'm going to be saying, and it's not in regards to like the conferences, but just in general. I feel like that someone's gonna win by 1 point.
No, I feel like it's gonna be like someone's gonna get fucking crushed. I feel like it's gonna be like it'll be over after like conference 3. It'll be like 8 to like -4 kind of shit. I don't even know if that's possible, but that's what it's gonna be.
-4.
Yeah.
I think it'll be hilarious if both of us tie or some shit.
God.
Like all of us lose everything.
God, oh my God, what if we both? Okay, we gotta come up with something here. If we end up in a tie, we both have to play Night Trap.
You know what? At that point, oh God, yeah, I'd agree to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that fair's fair.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. We should do like what's that like double Jeopardy? What's that? Fucking Jeopardy
Double
thing.
Jeopardy.
What is it called? Like we make a. Oh, that's not a bad idea. If we tie, like in Jeopardy, like we end up like you can bet so much money or so many points or whatever it is on the final question, and that's how you decide the ultimate winner. If we tie, we do something like that. Final Jeopardy, that's what's called. And then at like the next big press conference, we make more predictions, and the loser of that one is the ultimate loser.
Ooh, I actually really like that. That's gonna have to be decided then.
Yeah, I mean, but the only thing that sucks is like God knows when the next. We know EA plays in July, but other than that, like who knows when the next thing will be. But we'll figure something out. We'll work it out.
Well, hey, if we go into the last conference, say that we've already done the podcast and predictions, and we're tied before Nintendo's, yes, I could see us doing something like that.
Yeah, we go like big. We'll think of something. But yeah, this is fun. God damn, this is a lot of fun.
All right, everyone, that has been an episode. But before we get off right here, I want to just plug in a little bit of the platforms that we're on. So on Twitter, we are Drunk Nerds Pod. For Facebook, Drunk Nerds. On Twitch, we are Drunk Nerds Podcast. YouTube, Drunk Nerds, and on Spotify, Drunk Nerds Podcast. But yes, this has been a fun time. I have been your host, Sir Colonel Gables.
I was Tyler.
All right. So until next time, everyone, I hope you have a fun time listening in on our fucking show day in and day out. I am so happy in that regards. I hope you all have yourselves some fun times playing different games. But most importantly of all, thank you for listening to another fun-filled episode of the Drunk Nerds podcast.
Hey, Gables.
Yep.
Too sweet, baby.
Too sweet.
Bye, guys.
See ya.